Right, lads, good morning and welcome to another session of Back Chat. I'm Ronald Burgundy. We have a packed show for you today with my two guests who'll be hanging with me and talking Scottish independence and whether it's a good thing or not. But first, over to Bert Aderka with today's headlines.
Good morning and welcome to today's headlines from across Scotland. For the first time since the Middle Ages, common cranes have been successfully bred in Scotland. The RSPB Scotland has confirmed that 2 chicks have been raised in the northeast of the country in the past 2 years. The birds was a popular meal for the royalty in the Middle Ages, which led to the birds' disappearance. The birds usually spend their summers in Northern Europe and migrate to France and Spain, but they have been seen at the RSPB's Loch of Strathbeg Nature Reservoir near Fraserburgh in the last couple of years while travelling back to their breeding grounds in the north of Europe. And in Glasgow, Merchant City Festival brought an extra 900... To Glasgow, a report has found that the study by consultants Echoes said that the figure represented a raise of 5% on the economic benefits of the city of last year's festival. It is also noted that 17% of the visitors were from outside Glasgow. More than 100,000 people attended the event of 100 performances, which ran between 24th and the 28th of July. Excavation has begun on the Flodden battlefield near Norfolk. The Battle of Flodden happened on September the 9th, 1513, and left almost 14,000 people, including King James IV, dead. Volunteers are taking part in the project to help locate the remains of those killed. The project, but that's all we have time for. Back to you, Ron.
Thank you, Bert. We're off for a short break now, but don't go anywhere, as we'll be back with my two guests who'll be discussing Scottish independence, so stay tuned.
Okay, let's go through them one more time. Night at the Museum 2.
Uh-huh.
Ice Age 3.
Yeah.
The A-Team.
Got it.
Marley and Me.
Okay, what was the first one again?
Peanut Head.
Ooh, yeah, let's watch that one.
Which one?
Peanut Head. Who's in it?
Oh, you are.
Win one of 1 million DVDs with our special sharing packs and make your movie night.
3 shows you all want to watch on at the same time. There's going to be a clash, but not when it comes to Virgin Media's TiVo box. Oh no, you can record this and these 2 while watching one you recorded earlier. Clash over.
And TiVo has enough space for as much as 500 hours of TV,
Which we think is the best way to watch TV ever. But what do you think?
there's more online.
At last, the UK's #1 toothbrush brand has finally developed a toothpaste that's as good as our brushes. New Oral-B Pro Expert toothpaste is clinically proven to help protect all these areas your dentist checks most. New Oral-B Pro Expert, the toothpaste our brushes have been waiting for.
Welcome back. I'm joined with my two guests, Little Lyle and Sticky Vicky. Welcome to you both. So today we'll be talking about Scottish independence and whether you guys think it'll be a good thought. So, Little Lyle, we'll go with you first. What do you think about independence?
I think it's a pretty, no, not a bad thing, but it's not the way to go, I feel, for Scotland. I feel like we've not got a great thing going on in England, but we've got a good enough thing going on to not justify independence. My main concern with independence is that 3 million Scots would lose their job because 3 million of us work for the English government, and you can't just transfer 3 million people to the Scottish government because those jobs are already taken, obviously. So I want to know what we would do about work and job security in general, stuff like that.
Well, as someone that's pro-Scottish independence, what do you think about these problems?
Well, I think that you could, if you have the country your own way, then the 3 million that you lose, you can easily make back up for it as Scotland, because we can do what we want since we're independent.
I feel that in a state that this country is in, that 3 million people getting relocated to jobs might be a hard feat, but it could happen.
It could easily be done if you put your mind to it.
What do you think about the possible risks? Do you think the risks are too much to outweigh the positives that could be of independence?
I think that there are some positives, obviously, that go behind independence, like we'd have freedom over our own laws and stuff. But I feel like if we wanted that, why not just go for Devo Max, where we get full control but we're still part of the Union, so we still get the benefits of being part of Great Britain, well, the United Kingdom, as well as being sort of in charge of our own things. So I don't get why nobody wants to match for some reason. I think that'd be sort of the in the middle solution for that.
Yeah. There are a lot of risks. I think the one that everyone brings up is the oil. Obviously, we have to talk about that. But the thing is that, did you guys know that that 20% of the oil rigs are actually owned by England?
I didn't know that actually. That's an interesting fact. I did know that a lot of the seas actually.
We could possibly negotiate with England, you know, when we're breaking off, you know, what to give us some of your oil so that we can start off, you know.
Yeah, but when we discovered that oil, I think, if I remember correctly from reading the news, they actually moved their sea border up into Scotland so they could control the oil, so like that situation couldn't happen.
We could fight for that back since it is our border then, you know. We could take back what was rightfully ours.
Well, the sea border and the land border are different. So technically it is
we can make our own
English
border
sea,
since we're our own country. You know?
That's
more of an invade. That's more invading England.
That's an act of war, but speaking of war, what would happen to our army? Would we rely on the United Kingdom's forces, or would we try and create our own standing army which would be of significantly less amount of men than any other of the major world power armies? We don't have several 100,000 as opposed to millions.
Well, it might not be much of an issue because in light of the past things such as like Syria, where the UK has not actually gone into certain wars, I think people in Scotland aren't pro-war. So
people aren't going to go into
the armies might not be such a big problem. It might be a problem, but it won't be.
Well, we wouldn't be a vulnerable target, but we'd be someone that we could be threatened more easily. We wouldn't have the benefits of security that the United Kingdom has. I mean, the United Kingdom's got one of the best spy networks and military intelligence in the world. We've got MI6 and MI5. So what would we do for security? Would we have some Scottish bloke shouting at people down a microphone, "Oh, it's time to get to work"?
That's all we got time for. Thanks for joining us. So many thanks to my two guests. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, where my guests will be Fat Man and Lobbin. You've been watching Backchat. Goodbye. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be talking about the same topic of Scottish independence. We'll see what Lobbin has to say about that.